In today's speaking card reading, we're going to go over what the fairies want you to know right now. My name is Jacey Everly. I'm an energy reader, and this channel is all about connecting with your highest divine self. And if you're brand new to pick a card readings on YouTube, all you have to do is pick a number between 1 over here, or pile number 2, or pile number 3, whichever deck you're most drawn to. Once you've chosen your deck, your pile, go down to the description box below, click on the timestamp that correlates to the number that you have chosen, and that is where your reading will start today. And without further ado, let's start with pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. Let's see what messages from the fairies is going to come through today. Our dear lovely fairies, the mischievous fairies that we all love and adore. You know, fairies do like charms, anything that sounds, they like, when you walk through a door and there's like these I don't know what that thing is called, like those chimes, door chimes. They love that sound. They love singing bowls. They love it when you're happy. They love it when you're joyous. They love it when you're singing. They love it when you're dancing. Fairies vibe with that. And if you want to attract more fairies into your life, it's being high vibrational. It's laughing. It's not taking things seriously. Fairies resonate with that frequency. But let's see, what do the fairies want you to know today? I love working with fairies. They're just such a non-serious bunch of creatures. Okay, what does the fairies want pile number 1 to know? Pile number 1. This is really straightforward, and that's why I also love working with fairies. They are a very straightforward bunch. They're just sometimes they like to mess around, sometimes they like to play around, but most of the time they are just very straightforward. Like, you know what? They're not even going to fluff it up. They're not even going to beat around the bush at all. Look, pile number 1. The fairies want to tell you today that you need to start stepping into your actual power, because you're not even far from it, and a lot of you are actually powerful, are actually strong in your life, in your career, and you have like I want to say like a fan base almost, whether that means an actual fan base or just through your friends, like your friends all look up to you a lot and admire you a lot, or if it's that your family really sees you as the leader in the family, stuff like that. You know, you guys are the emperor in your world, like truly as one-to-one as it can be. You know, it's very clear to me how the fairies see you, and they want you to embody that even more. You are assertive. You know exactly what you want. You know what the community needs and wants. You know what other people want. You know what they need as well for them to thrive. And when they thrive, when your community thrive, you thrive. It's like owning a country or owning a land or being a tribe leader. You know, when your tribe per se is thriving, you are thriving. And you know what's fair, you know what's right. People trust you. People trust you on a very deep level. This type of archetype is a very trustworthy person. The fairies today want to remind you that you, pile number 1, you're that person, pile number 1. You are that person that people go to, that lean on you for even inspiration, for happiness sometimes in some cases, and they lean towards you for strength, for understanding, for wisdom in other cases. You know, okay, so other things, the fairies are speaking to you today about you needing to take a chill pill on some things. You know, let's regroup, pile number 1. Let's regroup on what it is we're working on. What is it? What are you, as the king, the emperor, as the leader of your life, what are you creating? Where are you leading the ship? Like where, and if you really have that kind of not crystal clear yet, or maybe you got lost in the path some way, somehow, just take a nap about it and take a breather. It's okay to take a break. We all need a break. Even the sun sets every single day. So you're allowed to rest. And let's regroup a little bit. The fairies are asking you to regroup and recrystallize and re-clarify what it is we're working on, and exactly what we're working on, and how do you want that person to do this and the other person to do that. You know, you are a leader. I feel that, whether it is formally, officially, like as in you own a company and have a team, or that you unspokenly are the leader in your family or in, I don't know, your relationship or in your friend group. You know, what do you want? How do you want to lead the ship? How do you want to lead these people? You actually have an army of people. I feel that for you. I don't know why these analogies of army and tribes are coming up, but you do. It's just, you know, the person that is the trailblazer that leads people to glory. Pile number 1, you are that person. So the fairies really want to just hammer that home to you. Like, guys, you have maybe forgotten how powerful you are or how inspirational you are. Other things, pile number 1, while you're figuring out and clarifying, I feel like for many of you, it's just a quick sit down, like 5-10 minutes to just remind yourself why you're doing everything that you're doing. And it's more than that though, more than just crystallizing what you're manifesting. It's also being proactive in how you want to make it happen as a company or as a team, or maybe this is to do, in some cases, people that are tuning into this, is in your relationship. How do you want your relationship to move forward? And the 3 of Pentacles, the fairies would like you to know that now is also the time to hone your craft even more, to master your craft even more. You are already doing an amazing job at what you're doing, clearly. And they are pushing you to have, they're inspiring you and they're pushing you to have this breakthrough moment. That's where life and the fairies are leading you towards. You know, so I think this is it's not just turning the page into the next evolution. It's not exactly so straightforward, because I feel like where the fairies are leading you towards is in a completely new way of being. It's a subconscious and internal and powerful shift that they are guiding you towards. Like, you guys, pile number 1, are ready for this shift. They want to take you to the next level in your career, in your relationship, in your friendships, in your life in general. It's just going to bleed over all over to every aspect of your life. That's how big of a breakthrough that they are leading you towards. So the only thing they ask of you while they're helping you and guiding you towards that experience and that next step in your journey is for you to just continue on your craft, because you're doing a good job at it. And also, don't forget about your ambitions. And I feel like you guys can't forget, you guys are ambitious people. You guys know that you're working, you're really deep into something, and you are just in the precipice of experiencing this acceleration in growth, because you've built up this momentum over the years. Karmically, you've built up karma. Is it called dharma, the opposite of karma? I'm not sure. I don't really know the terminologies with that. But basically, you have collected all this good jujus over the year by being a good person, by being a loyal person, by being a good-hearted human being. You earned this next stage of evolution, of being promoted in life. And you also have the 2 of Cups. So okay, so pile number 1, the fairies also want to tell you that you are in a perfectly orchestrated divine partnership right now. Whether it is manifested in a business partnership, most of you guys, it's a love relationship. And this relationship is allowing you to express yourself and grow in ways that you've never grown before. And if you feel like you don't have this person in your life, you are about to meet this person. You guys are destined to be with this type of person. This is going to be your next love. This is going to be, and if you're already with someone and you're having a good time, you feel this energy, is because you are meant to feel this energy. This is a God-given divine partnership that you're experiencing. And no, you're not going crazy. Yes, it's so different from what you've ever experienced before. It's allowing you to grow. I feel like in the past, you haven't been able to look at this, like sprouting flowers. Before you weren't able to feel safe to sprout something. out of you, you know, like you are growing, and the person you're with is also growing in ways that they never thought they could grow before. Pile number one, Pile number one, I pulled one last card to wrap up this reading. Victory. I shall celebrate and I shall rise. I will let victory make me wise. So you have already experienced quite a bit of success, as we can see in the Emperor card, and in many, your energy just feels vibrant. It feels successful. It feels like a good time. So continue on this journey. I feel like a lot of you already know that you're doing a good thing. It's just, you know, we can always use a quick reminder and a friendly little of what the heck is going on, because life is so confusing sometimes. Life is so ambiguous. Like when is it clear as to what's even happening? This human experience, this is just me rambling on a human level, just like we don't even know what's going on most of the time. So it's nice to have some guidance, and it's nice to have some clarity on what we need to do exactly next. And it's clear to me here that pile number one, you're already doing an amazing job. You guys are successful, and the fairies want to tell you to just keep going, because something is about to happen. Big things are coming to you as long as you keep going. You know, don't be distracted by this shiny object there, or like this opportunity over there. No, you are on the right path, pile number one. So let's keep at it, and good things are already happening, and more good things are to come, pile number one. So that was a lovely energy to read into for you guys, pile number one. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in another one. Bye for now. Hello, pile number two. How are we all doing? Let's find out what the fairies want to tell you today. So let's see. Fairies, they love jingly little noises. They love sounding bowls. They love charms. They love the chimes that are on the doors. They love all that just like fun, giggly vibes. They love it when you're laughing. They love it when you're dancing. They love it when you're singing. They love it when you are just enjoying yourself and not taking yourself too seriously. So if you're trying to attract more fairies and you want to work with fairies more, they like joking around. They like being fun. They like being mischievous too. I personally love working with the energy of fairies. They have guided me in so many ways. And they're also little trolls, you know. It's a fun time, always. So let's find out, pile number two, what the fairies want to tell you today. Exactly the energy and the collective of the fairies. I feel like for you guys, it's like 2 or 3 fairies that just kind of are working with you these days. Sometimes they come in and out. Sometimes they are busy too, and they just want to do their own thing. But, you know, 2 or 3 fairies that come in and out. Or sometimes, you know, if they're really working on you, they got to like tag team and like actually go at it with guiding you in the right way. So pile number 2, I'm not surprised I said that, because I feel like there's some balance that need to be restored. You know, they're working on helping you, and you can help them to help you by letting yourself sink into this experience that you're going through these days. I feel like pile number 2, you are in a deep healing space. You're in a deep healing, I guess, little moment here. It's so interesting I said 2 or 3 fairies, because even this card says, by the power of 3 by 3, Matt, to deliver justice to me. So justice right now is being served. They're working on it with you. And, you know, sometimes we just got to get out of the way too. And I feel like there's an element of that. So pile number 2, you need some peace. I don't know what you've gone through, pile number 2, but you need some peace. You need some quiet. You need some just like, please let me just disappear into the wilderness, or disappear into your room and just soak up your own energy and recharge your energy. You need a lot of that right now, pile number 2. So, you know, okay, pile number 2, what does the fairies want you to know? Okay. The fairies wanted, maybe you need some validation or reassurance or permission or whatever it is that you feel like is necessary here. But what they what's obvious to me is that they want to remind you you can relax now. There's no need to fight. There's no need to bring up your past traumas. Yes, you guys may have experienced a lot in your life that has been hard, that has been trying, that has been tumultuous. But pile number 2, you are in the stage of your life where you're in your healing era. You're in your I am relaxing era. You're in the era of people are going to be good to you time. You know, you have gone through what you've gone through. And it's time for you to reap the rewards of all the things that you've gone through. And the first thing that they want to reward you with, and the first thing they want you to embody, is having a simpler way of being. You know, it's you've done the drama, you've done the heartache, you've done the chaos, you've done the annoyances of the denser experiences of being human. It's time you're entering into an era of simplicity. Yay for that, pile number 2. That is so beautiful. Just loving who you want to love and trusting that you can love them and trusting that they will love you back just as much as you love them, if not more. So right now, Spirit, if you're not already experiencing this love, this romance that we're speaking of, that will help heal a lot of your past dramas, rest assured that it is coming. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Cupid is also a form of a fairy. You know, Cupid is a type of fairy. So Cupid is working right now for you, and it's the type of love that is healing. And whether if you are in a relationship or not, it is time to heal anyway. It is time to rest, time to enjoy your candles, time to enjoy your baths, time to enjoy all the, reaping the rewards of everything that you have sown. Take the lead. Like, where do you want to go in life? What do you want to actually do? Make it simple. It's not that complicated, especially in your energy, and especially where you are now. Like, there is no complicated things. The only complication that can possibly surface is maybe the anxiety of your past, or projecting stuff that's happened in the past into the future or into the now. But actually what's happening for you right now, and the life and the reality that the fairies are orchestrating for you, is quite simple, quite divine, quite loving. It's healing, it's nurturing. So you are safe to take the lead in the direction that you actually want to go. Like, what do you actually want? Do you want to go shopping? Do you want to hang out with this person or that person? Or do you want to apply for a job? Or do you want to get promoted? Then, do the things that is necessary to be promoted. Do you want to be loved in a certain way? Well, let's just make it simple and clear. If your partner or whoever you're with currently, and you tell them like, hey, I would like this, and this is what I want in my life, and this is what I want together. If they're triggered, or if they respond negatively, that's on them. It's so not you. The right person will not flip out. The right person that's receiving your message and receiving what you're telling them will not be, pushed away by your desires. You have this desire in you. So sometimes you're just talking to the wrong audience. So I feel like some of you guys maybe, whatever your situation is, pile number 2. The bottom line here is for you to truly begin to feel safe, and you are safe. I just feel like some of you guys don't actually feel safe due to past experiences, but you actually are so safe. So like, tell people what you want. Tell people your truth. Speak your mind. Speak your heart. Like before, maybe there was fear of speaking your truth in case they would reject it, or whatever it is. Pile number 2. the message here is to just speak your mind. And if you want kids, like, you know, bring it up, like, and then see how they react. If they react poorly, then that is just a reflection of who they are as a person. So not about you. You know, the person that is mature enough, that is for you, that is meant for you, they will respond. Even if they're not ready for kids, they will still respond calmly and maturely. They're not gonna act out or anyway. And if you feel like doing a project or starting this business or starting anything or continuing something, they're going to be supportive. The right person and the right audience in your life when you're expressing your truth is going to be supportive. And if they're not, they're triggered by you existing and being yourself, well then I don't know what to tell you, pile number 2. I think it's time to reconsider who they are in your life or who they're not in your life. Again, we also have the manifest card. You know, love, also a message coming through here from the fairies is that love is meant to feel simple. It's not meant to feel complicated. Love that is right for you, that's healthy, is a simple thing. Life is already so complicated. There's already so much complexity that comes with being human. So having a safe space and having a simple, you know, it should feel simple within your intimate relationships. You have the manifest. So within this simplicity, within this peace that you're cultivating, this healing that you're working through, like the more you heal, the more powerful you're going to be at manifesting, because then more energy is rushing through you. The more you heal, the more the universe, God, and the fairies are going to see like, oh, she's getting ready. Oh, he's getting ready. And you're creating space for them to work through you. So it's very exciting for the fairies. I feel their energy. They're just so excited for you to continue on this healing journey and to understand how simple everything actually can be, so that they can give you more energy, more inspiration, more direction when you make space internally for yourself. And it feels like such a good time. I feel, you know, during this phase of peace, of healing, and understanding that things are simple, that romantic relationships can be healing, and they are healing. Romance is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. So one more card for pile number 2. What do the fairies want you to know? Pile number 2, you got the same card that pile number 1 got as the closing message. So, well, I mean, in your case, it's read a bit differently, because in the context of your energy, pile number 2, again, this just hammers it home even more, expressing yourself. Allowing yourself to bloom, you know, growing those trees. You know how like some trees don't even give a F, like they're just going to grow here and they're just going to make it happen. Like that is the energy that you will be embodying, and the fairies are encouraging you to embody. Just where do you want to grow? Where do you want to put your roots? Where do you want to take up space? Take up this space, pile number 2, if that's what you want to do. And I feel like you have so much space to take up, but sometimes, you know, whatever you've gone through made you feel small in the past. Not anymore now, though, pile number 2. You are making things happen. You are going to just get to work with whatever it is that you're creating in life. You're about to create. I feel like you already are creating. It's just that they just want to give you a boost in the direction that they want to take you, and I feel like you're already on it though, which is amazing. Again, you have the silence card that is paired with the peace and the healing. So while you're doing your God-gifted talents, while you're working, while you are going through the beautiful thing that is life, you are also you know, you're silent but dangerous, pile number 2. You have this ability to just kind of like crawl up out of nowhere. One day people are going to realize how amazing. I feel like pile number 2, you have the potential, and you are Some of you guys, pile number 2, are on the path of being that one-hit wonder or that success overnight kind of a vibe. But actually, you've been working on it for so long. People just didn't see that until they see you, until all of a sudden you're so grand and big and they think that you're an overnight success. But absolutely so not true. You have been working. You are working hard. You are doing the thing. You are working on yourself. You're working on your career. And what I love about this deck is it's so simple. Again, it hammers the simplicity home. You know, what's happening right now? You're growing your flowers, metaphorically. You're growing your roots. You are just keeping it simple. You're not gonna, you know, nice and clear table. There's not even an imagery in this. It's a card that's blank. So whatever simple means to you, practice that. So that's your reading, pile number 1, pile number 2. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you another one. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 3. How are we all doing? Let's find out what the fairies want to tell you today. What messages they have for you. Fairies love the giggly energy. They love being playful. They love orchestrating scenes for you guys to play out in your life. They are, you know, they are such divine little creatures that I love working with all the time. I love fairies. So if you want to attract more fairies, you know, dance more, sing more, you know, use your, and if you're not a dancer or singer, just, you can call in fairies with sounding bowls and chimes. Anything that feels like light, vibrational sounding things. They love that. You know, and I'm not taking yourself too seriously. They like that too as well. So pile number 3, fairies, what do they want you to know? Oh my gosh, pile number 3. What the heck? Who are you? So you have a lot of really powerful cards here. Maybe I'll start with the kings down here, the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So it's so interesting because the nature of this deck is like kitties and it's like feels like it's not that serious and it's playful and it's cute. But pile number 3, your energy is serious. Your energy is like, I'm gonna get ish done. I'm going to create rules and people are gonna follow it. You are such a king in your life, even though you're female or male or anything in between. It's all good. It's the energy that you are. You guys have that alpha, powerful, divine, masculine type of energy that makes changes in this world, that impacts lives wherever you go, pile number 3. King of Pentacles. So look, you guys, the fairies just want to applaud you and remind you how successful you are. And if you don't feel like you're successful, then you will be successful. King of Swords. This is about, okay, the fairies want to tell you that if you don't already have rules going and just some boundaries set, I feel like there needs to be more boundaries in place and more structure in your life, I want to say. So hold on, fairies, are these advice? Or is it just a reminder? It's an advice. So the fairies are telling you what you're currently working on. Like, you guys are already doing it really successfully. You're already making things happen. But what you could use more of is more structure, more boundaries, more, I guess, rules, if you want to put it that way. However, you know, rules resonate in your life, pile number 3. It's like just creating more of that definitive and defined way of operating your life. You know, in the past, maybe some of you guys have been people pleasers, and I totally resonate on that. And so it's time to really let that go. You guys aren't people pleasers anymore. I can already feel it, but you can definitely make do with more structure and more like sort of things that if this happens, then you don't want it. You know, like some things you still let through, like some things you still let slide. But you know, the fairies are telling you, like, don't let it slide. You are worthy of all the greatest things that you want, because oh my gosh, you have the Hierophant. That's a wise man figure. That is a wise woman figure. That is just someone that knows what is going on. You've already experienced so much. You're not a novice anymore. You're not a junior anymore. It's time for you to embody that wise woman, wise man figure. Like, you just get it. Like, it's time to stop letting people play around with you. And I don't feel like it's a lot of messing around with you. Like you've created a good life for yourself. You really do. It's just like we're just fine tuning now. It's like the small details that you can, that you can clean up a little bit that really will take you to the next level. And, you know, pile number 3, you guys, you've come to the point where you can just enjoy your life. You can, you know, again, fairies love to see you happy. They love to see you dancing and singing. They love to see you having a good time. And they want to remind you to, like, yes, beneath and above all these more tangible and structural things that they, you know, are encouraging you to have, on top of that, make sure in between and before and after and all the time, if possible, you are enjoying yourself. Are you enjoying yourself? Are you enjoying yourself here? Are you enjoying yourself in this friendship? Are you enjoying yourself at work? Are you enjoying yourself being managed by that manager? Are you enjoying yourself in general? Are you enjoying yourself now and today? Just having a quick touch base, pile number 3. We want you to be enjoying your life. That is the whole purpose of everything that we're doing here. So, again, the Emperor. Not again, we haven't talked about the Emperor. Yeah, I mean, well, I feel like the King of Pentacles, King of Swords implies that you are an Emperor figure. On top of the Hierophant, you guys have a lot of powerful cards here. Pile number 3. We don't even need to tell you. We don't need to tell you that you're powerful. You are successful. You have it down pat. And I guess we just need to remind you, you're here for a little quick, friendly boop in the nose, that you are so capable of everything that you're about to achieve. You're so capable and so deserving of everything that you have accomplished. So just let yourself bask in the glory of all of that. I love this for you, pile number 3. I feel like this is going to be a shorter reading for pile number 3 because you guys are just, like, things feel like it's going very smoothly. Like these small things we talked about, like having structure, it's more like you already have structure. It just would make things even better with even more structure. If you care to, you don't even have to do that. It feels almost like an optional thing, that like the energy of that they're giving me. So let's pull out some more cards here. So, you know, because you have so much divine masculine and king energy, the fairies actually, because you also have the Lovers card, and that's more of a feminine, soft, nurturing, loving energy. We have the Soften card that came up. So let yourself melt into the process. Like once you have your castle built, the castle representing your rules, your structure, your foundation, your boundaries, once you have your castle built, you can soften yourself into it. You can actually melt into it, like relax into life, relax into the process, have fun, laugh, giggle, be playful. Pile number 3, what makes you laugh? What makes you enjoy yourself? Like, do you want to just, are you due for just a massive Netflix binge? Are you due for hanging out with this person that you really miss hanging out? Like, just take what's yours, be confident, and just, yes, these are your friends. Like, you just like bother them. And like, do you want to see this family member? Go bother them. Like, just call them up and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Let's go do that. Okay, let's see. Clarity card, please, for the shadow. Keeping it simple, guys. Keeping it light and fun. Okay, so, one more clarity card, please. And pile number 3, the fairies also want to remind you that you guys have so much wisdom. Like, because you've been growing so much and you have been just, it feels like it's slow, it feels like nothing's happening, but you know, when you're working on like becoming like fitter or becoming like you're achieving your fitness goals and you go to the gym every day and you don't really notice the difference in a day-to-day basis, but actually a month or 2 later, 3, 4, 5, 6 months later, oh my God, like you are just a completely different person. So that is the effect that's going on in your life, that you don't really see how wise you've become. You don't see how tested you have been. You don't see how you have really grown as a person through all the very intense trials and tribulations. But pile number 3, you are a completely changed person, and the fairies just want to tell you that you are so you're so wise beyond your years. You have gone through a lot of things that most people couldn't go through or wouldn't be able to learn the lesson that you have been able to embody and capture. Pile number 3, you guys have done the work and they want to applaud you for it. You know, you actually got it. You actually understood the assignment. You understood what was given before you. You just got it. You did the thing. You learned. You've really gone through it in general, pile number 3. And if I could give you a big hug, I absolutely would right now, because that's so much to go through in life. It's too much sometimes, but you've made it through. You have passed the test, if you want to call it that way. And, you know, you are a person that should be respected by many, because you have gone through a lot of things that a lot of people haven't gone through. And you have gained the gold medal of wisdom. You've earned your crown, pile number 3. You have mastered your shadow. Like, look at this imagery. It's quite nice in the context of your energy, because, you know, the darkness used to be very scary for you. The darkness used to be messy for you, but you have this perfectly manicured nails, and it's sparkly, and you have it contained. You understand your shadow self. You understand the shadow aspect of life in general, and it's not hard for you anymore. You just get it. You've learned the lesson. You've gone through it. You just understand it. So you're being rewarded now, pile number 3, you can relax into it. You can turn yourself into a pudding and just be mushy and gushy and love who you want to love. And it's safe to love. It's safe to excel in your career. It's safe to embrace all the glory of life now. Like, you really have earned it. You have good people in your life, and yes, you have walked into the wrong snake. You've walked into the wrong building and the wrong hellhole sometimes in the past, but now you know better. You really do, and you can trust yourself, pile number 3, and you can trust that life is giving you the right gut instinct about things. So again, what did I just say? Embracing your life, this beautiful life that you've created. Embracing. It's a good time for you guys, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really enjoyed channeling the fairies for you guys, pile number 3 today. I'll see you in another one. Bye for now.